Good morning, y'all. I wanted to talk to you all about the Jaguar Wright situation because I've been following it quietly and it's been quite a journey. I believe I started following it back in August, I believe, and I watched the videos, I reviewed the story, I did some research, and the story is really messed up. And I believe that her message and her plight has become convoluted due to all of the things that go on around her. So, today, what I'm going to do is an analysis, a little bit of fortune telling, and also I'm a seer, so I see right through situations. And I'm also going to give some insight on that. All right. So, for those who don't know, Jaguar Wright used to be a singer, and she's an all around entertainer. She's a lovely singer, very innovative, very creative, very talented. She does have great range, a very strong voice. She used to sing with the Roots, and that allowed her to, travel and all that, in addition to the career moves that she made after and beforehand. She made a lot of, connections in the industry. So the interviews that she started doing were exposing people in the industry and the things that they covered up and the things that she wanted to be exposed. People sleeping with people, people pimping people, people hurting people, people taking advantage of people. And she told a lot of unfortunate stories of things that she's witnessed. Now, I believe that God delivered her because, with as much darkness as she saw during her time in Hollywood, and the way she says that it affected her soul, I believe that she was delivered. She may look back in bitterness going, oh, this person got a chance, that person got a chance, and I didn't get the chances that I wanted. But with as much darkness as she's seen before Hollywood and after Hollywood, I think that the perfect thing happened, whatever happened. So just her singing with the Roots, all the things that she witnessed, she said that she would see people having sex with girls who didn't want to have sex, and running trains and gang banging and people raping people, people covering up people raping people, people sodomizing people. And it happens in Hollywood, unfortunately, and it sucks. The thing for me is, Lauryn Hill said it right. How you gonna win when you ain't right within? You have to be right within. All of the things that she witnessed, whether she spoke up during that time or not, you stayed around those things. When you're a righteous person, whether this is your money move or not, if you're seeing people being destroyed via sex or drugs or anything, and you sit and watch it and you support it, that says too much about you. You know what I mean? She says in her current lives that her soul has been delivered, that she's been delivered, that she's free, and I believe it. You look, if you really listen to her, because I've listened to almost every interview, I've listened to almost every live, and when I say almost, I mean 99%. She talks about how dark things used to be on those tour buses and behind the stage, and the struggles that she endured to gain the success. And I believe she's angry because, hey, I did all this shit and I didn't get the success that I wanted. But I believe, here comes the little fortune telling, I believe that Jaguar Wright has a purpose that allows Hollywood, therapy, healing to converge. She talks about how she was abused as a child, abused as a teenager, but look at what she made of it. That's what I focus on. She says that she used to hang out as a teenager, not hang out, she would work at a record company and she observed as she dumped the trashes. That's great. With all the trauma that you stated that you endured, to have made something out of that opportunity is amazing. And then she talks about how, I lost my train of thought. She talks about how, she used to pimp and she used to dom for funds and pool for fun. She found so many fun things to do. Jaguar found so many fun things to do in the midst of all of her trauma and drama, the rape, the molestation, the witnessing rape, witnessing molestation, witnessing sodomizing, and all that. So I think it's awesome for her to have transmuted all of that negative energy and made it something positive. And even now, she's still really positive, you know? You can still catch a smile on her face. But I believe God had a different plan for her, you know? She watched trauma, and all that in her childhood. Then she moved on to Hollywood and had to experience and witness all of that. Girl, Jaguar, don't you think that that's trying to send you a message? Life is not supposed to be this arduous struggle where I climbed up this hill, then I climb up another. We're going to have hills. It's our job to keep our vibration good and wait for those hills to pass. But why did you want to stay immersed in a career that brought you the same things that your childhood allowed you to experience? I know you look at Mary J and went like, well, she raped, molested, allegedly. All of these things are allegedly. She was raped, molested, she witnessed all that things, and she's still winning in the game. That's not winning. She's doing great, yes, but you do not have to live in darkness in order to experience light. You look at all these people, you talk about allegedly what Jill Scott did, allegedly what Erykah Badu did, allegedly what all these people have done and witnessed. And from what you've told us, your viewers, your audience, the people who watch you, these people are still living in a significant amount of darkness. So everything you went through, Jaguar, in your childhood and in your adulthood when you were in Hollywood, did you want that darkness to follow you into the middle of your life? Look at what you were experiencing when you were in the game. I know you feel like maybe you didn't get the opportunities you were supposed to get, or maybe you were thrown out or blackmailed or sabotaged, but all of those people that you talk about, they went through that same darkness too. Probably still going through a significant amount of darkness, dealing with seeing everything that you've seen and still living through it, still trying to make the best of it. So I really don't get the plight of it all, because you escaped. I look at it as an escape. You weren't done unfairly. You escaped. All that darkness, why live through it? Why live in it? Why stay in Hollywood? I believe God got you out of Hollywood so you could heal and do something different, you know? But another thing that I would like to get into are the friendships that we've seen her develop. And also, as a seer, I'm going to give you some insight on that, what the cards are saying, what Spirit is saying about her connections, because, yeah. So, Jaguar Wright is very good at attracting and maintaining relationships, I believe. She says that she has friends in Europe, friends here, friends there, and I believe it, because somebody all these years couldn't have moved around so much without friends and people to support her, and I applaud her for that. Her husband, I believe he's a great patient man that's just on this journey with her to help her figure herself out, accepting everything and loving everything. That's what I believe. Now, the friendship part. When I first saw that Storm Monroe interview, I was like, okay, this is great. Storm Monroe is a great interviewer. I believe his show is great. I believe he does a cool job. He does what he can with what he has, and he does amazing at it. He has the potential, I believe, to be on E! News, to be on, what's that man's name? The bald-headed black man. He has the potential to be a Michael Strahan, so I think that's great. I see that in him, and I know Jaguar did see that in him and try to capitalize off of it and build on it for him so he could expand, not her. And I think that was nice of her. Now, here's where I get into the gritty part. You can tell a real friend from a fake friend, at least I can, in a heartbeat. I hate to see people patronized. I hate to see people placated. It's disgusting to me. But those actions exist so we know what's real and what's fake. You know what I mean? So, a trend that I've noticed with all of these online blogging friends that Jaguar has acquired is a placation, if that's a word, and being strictly platonic. I don't see any close friendships between her and these bloggers, past or present. And she's just patronized, and it just makes me sick. For example, Storm Monroe. Jaguar Wright is spilling her guts, and yeah, he's responding appropriately as a professional interviewer. I get that, but her going, yeah, and I'm gonna come down there, and I'm gonna, me and you, we can hook up, and him going, okay, like he's placating her, he's patronizing the fuck out of her, and that just angers me. I'm like, do you see that? Okay, haha, like that's not how a friend responds. A friend's like, okay, we're gonna connect on that at the end of this interview. We gonna get a date and a location, okay, girl? We need this. But to the invite, Storm Monroe is just laughing and like, haha, okay, not really engaged in it. I saw the same thing with Willie T. And these don't make these people bad. It's just Jaguar thinks these people are friends when they are people here to help her share her story. But placating people, patronizing people, it's a no. And I see the exact same thing with Nosy Ho. I see it in every single live, and it's really gross, just having her go, yeah, like Jaguar, there's been junctures in the interviews where Jaguar is spilling her guts, spilling her soul, and Jaguar Wright is just really just in the interview, present, and Nosy Ho is either talking to someone in her home, or she's just going, yeah, right, oh, that's right, like things that we say to people we don't really care to talk to. Really? Oh, that's messed up. Oh, word. She's giving those responses to Jaguar, placating her, patronizing her, and also, like, have any of these people spent time with her? Like, I've seen Jaguar Wright give out so many invites. Willie T, Storm, whatchamacallit, Nosy Ho. Like, and I mean, they may have met, places, but I mean, like, staying in their homes and really helping her as a friend, knowing how much trouble she's in. During those lives and during those interviews, all they do is placate and patronize her, and I hate it for her. I really hate that for her, and I wish she could see through what's going on with that, what's going on with her relationships, because she's being placated and patronized in these interactions, and she's sharing with these people, spilling with these people, believing that they are friends, and they are not. All right, I know signs, I know the zodiac. Nosy Ho is an Aquarius. When an Aquarius is truly listening to you and digesting what you're saying, they're not going to be like, oh, yeah. They're not going to be distracted with other people. They are not going to use one-worded responses. An Aquarius, when they're emotionally counseling you, when they're listening to you, whether it's an interview or a personal interaction, that Aquarius is going to be leaned forward. That Aquarius is going to be interjecting sentences. This is every Aquarius, and you can at me on this or whatever. This is every single Aquarius you meet. And Aquarius is not just going to go, right, those platonic responses. They are going to be giving you genuine feedback, good, hearty feedback. So she's being placated by Nosy Ho. Jaguar, that's not a friendship. She saw that Storm Monroe wasn't a friendship. All he did was placate and patronize her. Same with the Willie T thing. I hope she finds some real friends in these YouTube streets, people who won't placate, people who won't patronize, and people who can really help her. Because everyone sees, like, you attract trouble, you cause trouble, and I believe, they're just touching her with the 10-foot pole over the internet, and it's really sad. But that's my fortune telling and my analysis on these relationships and how things are going. I might do a part two, but thank you all for listening today, and I hope you have a great day.